What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. Jeff Kudlotz, aka Jeffrey Dollars, and we are finally here at the 15th Street house. It's done, it's finished, it's ready to go to market, and I can't wait to show you guys what happened inside. So we also had some delays in this project, a little bit of drama. We had some homeless people break in. We also had some delays in the construction, but it's finally finished, and I can't wait to show you inside. So let's go take a look. So when you're flipping a house, homeless people breaking into the house is one of the worst things that can happen. And this actually happened, but I did my neighbor hack. I went around and I met all the neighbors. You introduce yourself, you say, hey, my name's Jeff. We're renovating this house right over there. What's your name? You get to know them, you build some rapport, and just say, hey, we're not gonna be here during the nighttime. If you could just, keep an extra eye on it. Here's my card, here's my personal cell phone number. If there's any trouble, if my contractors are making noise, if there's any trouble in the house, if there's anybody breaking in or anything that looks suspicious, call me. So a couple days ago, the neighbor called me and said, hey, there might be some activity in the back of the house. You might want to go check it out. Sure enough, some homeless people had broken into the shed behind me and they had started living there. It's one of the worst feelings in the world to get a phone call or come up to your house renovation and it's been broken into and you don't know what you're gonna be walking into. You just know that it's not gonna be good. I've had flips in questionable neighborhoods where people just walk in the front door and they're like, oh, hey, is George around? George is nobody, but they're looking inside for everything that they can steal. And then they make up some sort of story about, oh yeah, I was looking, George told me to meet him here, I guess he's not here. But what they're really doing is casing the house, and they know that there's appliances in there, they know that there's tools, they know that there's a hot water heater or copper, electrical, AC unit, anything that they can use to steal and benefit themselves. I didn't want to get the cops involved immediately, so I got my car, I came over here, and I was packing the entire time. And what had happened is that the windows are all blacked out, right? And so I'm thinking that there's multiple homeless people in here. So I'm banging on the shed, getting them to get out as fast as possible. Come to find out there was nobody in there, but they had left all their stuff. So they went somewhere during the day and they come back at night. We got the police involved, they came back, they were able to get them off the property. We locked it up, they broke the lock, and so we had to board up the door right there. And so hopefully that fixed the problem for good, and now we can get the house back on the market. So certain things that you can do to protect your flip investment while you're working on it is that you can get motion activated security systems that are mobile. You can do the neighbor hack. You can park a car in the driveway. You can turn lights on, and you can even buy lights that project on the wall that look like a TV screen is on. You can put a radio in there and turn it up all the way. There's just certain things to make the house look like it's being lived in, even though it's not. One of the things I love about this house is that it's super authentic. It's an old farmhouse that's on over an acre of land, so it's really got a lot of features that keep its authenticity. It's got the hardwood floors that we went ahead and refinished in here. And we've got the big open dining room. And one of the coolest features about the house right now is that it's got this butler pantry right here. So you can see, you can get all your food in here and then you can pass it through the window to the people in the dining room. And one of the main selling points of the entire house is the brand new kitchen. Gutted the entire thing, and we've got our standard kitchen scheme in here to where it's the gray cabinets, the black hardware, subway tile backsplash, and the white quartz countertops. New flooring, same paint scheme that we always use, because I always run my flip business like an actual business, and I'm not trying to audition to have the best looking house on the block. I know exactly what buyers are looking for and what appeals to a very large buyer pool, and this is what we went with. I think it really flows here, and I think buyers are really gonna like it. All right, so here in the living room, and keeping the theme of all the authenticity of the farmhouse, it's got a working wood fireplace that we kept here. Left all of the tile and all of the components. Normally we would just seal all this up, but since it's a really cool feature of the house, we kept it. Got a little day room, sitting, reading room over here, and then we can go upstairs and check out the rest of the house. All of the bedrooms are upstairs. It's a 3-bedroom house with a 4th in the basement. That's really non-conforming. Can't really call it a bedroom because it doesn't have a window or a closet. And then we've got this small room over here that's kind of like a nursery. So let's go check out the master right now and see what that looks like. This bathroom actually turned out really well. The space is weird to work with because this is the roof right here, so you have to be able to work around it. But we were able to add a new vanity and do our elongated subway tile backsplash here. So really nice features of the house, and it's gonna be a really great selling point. So that is the entire house. I'm super excited the way that it came out, and what we're gonna be doing now is that we're going to list it for $250,000. We bought the house for $120,000 and spent about $60,000 in renovation. So after closing costs and everything, once this property sells, we stand to make about $40,000 on this one deal. Despite the homeless people breaking in, it was pretty straightforward. We didn't run into anything that was unexpected or we didn't account for. I always build in a 10% overage into the budget to account for anything that we don't see on the front end. But if we don't run into anything, it's just 10% more that we can make in profit. So we got a lot of deals working right now. This is one of many, and I can't wait to show you guys exactly how many we've got going. So if you like this, come back for the next video to see what we have working.
Hey, I just got off the phone with the buyer's agent,
Okay.
And unfortunately, the buyer has had a personal emergency. She's got a funeral this weekend, and her husband just called the buyer's agent and said she is just a mess and she is not going to be able to close. She just cannot handle anything else right now. So
She's not going to close. Closing's Monday.
I know. So I gave a call this morning and left a message to see when their final walkthrough would be. And then she just called me back, which I assumed it was about that. And she filled me in on this. So, of course, I tried to find a solution and see, if an extension, giving more time might help. And she said she's tried to offer all of that, and it's just 100%. She is not closing. She's forfeiting her deposit. She cannot move forward.
Okay, 3 days before closing.
I know.
All right, well, yeah, I mean, we're gonna keep her deposit, unfortunately, and let's just get it back on the market as quick as possible. I mean, we just lost another month. So the buyer, we're supposed to have a closing on Monday for another house. We've already done due diligence, inspections. She's accepted the offer, accepted the counter offer, and the negotiation. Supposed to close on Monday, and today's Thursday, and she's just backing out completely. She's gonna lose her deposit, and she's gonna lose the house. So